a few years actually, MTV, Discovery Channel, BBC. And then eventually I had enough work, enough promotions that I could start making adverts because they were all 30 seconds long, I guess. Do test films, make test adverts, do test films, try out different things, just experiment as much as possible, and enter competitions, because that's how you get noticed. I got into filmmaking, I guess by accident, because I studied politics at university. And I really didn't think I was going to be making films. But I kind of liked making films already. I messed around with a video camera and was always the one that was in charge of making the film if we were out with friends and stuff. When they're working on a project, they don't even consider directors who haven't been shortlisted in Cannes, for instance. So if you haven't got a shortlist, even if you've got an incredible showreel of really wonderful stuff, if you haven't actually got that shortlist or the awards that they're looking for, they don't even consider you. I've never really considered myself a kind of traditional filmmaker in that sense. So I just do what I do, and I don't really compare myself to other directors. Some people like Ridley Scott, he always put doves. He was famous for having doves in all his adverts. Because Ridley Scott started as an advertising director. Always had doves, and he became known for this, this director who puts doves in his films. But he became super famous. Sometimes you can get yourself a little bit frustrated about film work and how you're going to make something happen. You can become a little bit tense, and it's kind of important to enjoy. The agency came to me and said they wanted to make a Christmas card. And the year before, they'd done a Christmas card, which was really quite cool. It was a little hamster, and every time it went into the wheel, it would start making the wheel spin, and it would light up Merry Christmas on the cage. And it was really cool. And they got a few awards for it, and they were saying, right, okay, so we want to do the next film, and obviously we want to do something that's going to be better than this. People send you stuff, you have to respond to them. If you stop pitching on ideas and things that people send you from all around the world, then you fall off that platform. So you kind of push to do those things. It's so short-lived. Any project you work on kind of happens in a crazy whirlwind, and then it ends. I think the danger is if you start comparing, like you watch a great, Tom Kuntz or some of these amazing directors from the States, or Ivan Zacharias and these legends of advertising. If you start comparing your films to theirs, or you try and copy their style, it's always going to be copying their style, So in my case, I'm represented kind of all around the world. So I have a production house in Toronto that represent me for Canada. I have a production house in the United States that represents me in East Coast, West Coast, and Midwest. I have a production house in Paris that represents me for France, and one in Germany that represents me for Germany, and it continues. And the way you get that is going to Cannes, for instance, and you meet people there. It grows word of mouth, You get enough work that people suddenly go, okay, cool, okay, we'll consider you. And you'll be put into the kind of young directors category of that production house. And then it's trying to kind of convince your AD, I guess, that you're going to do this shot, and he's going, no, you're not. And then the producer comes and talks to you and says, you fucking do that shot, you're never working for us again. And then you pull it off.